Hello, my name is Scott Cutler, and I'm a planner with the City of Wheat Ridge Community Development Department. I'm presenting case number WZ-22-02, which is a request for approval of a zone change from restricted commercial, RC, to mixed-use neighborhood, MUN, at 4501 Wadsworth Boulevard. I'd like to enter into the public record the contents of the case file, the zoning ordinance, the comprehensive plan, and this digital presentation. The property is within the City of Wheat Ridge. All appropriate notification and posting requirements have been met, and therefore the City Council has jurisdiction to hear this case. The subject property is outlined here in red in the middle of the screen. The property is located on the west side of Wadsworth Boulevard, just north of the intersection with 45th Avenue. The area is primarily commercial in nature, with some multifamily uses to the west, a church to the north and another to the east, and more intensive commercial uses to the south. The property measures approximately 19,000 square feet in size and contains a two-story retail building from the 1960s. This property will be partially impacted by the Wadsworth Improvement Project, and right-of-way has already been acquired along the frontage of the property. This is a zoning map of the area. The property is currently zoned restricted commercial and is outlined in red in the middle of the map. Wadsworth south of 45th Avenue was legislatively rezoned by the city to mixed-use commercial MUC in 2011. This property is north of those boundaries and was not included in the legislative rezoning. Properties north of 45th Avenue and Wadsworth serve as a transition zone as properties naturally get smaller in size and contain a mix of zoning designations. 3 properties north of 45th Avenue have already been rezoned to MUN from other designations, most recently including the church property immediately to the north of the subject property. This is a view of the subject property looking west from Wadsworth. It's a 1 to 2 story commercial building with parking, some of which will be impacted by the Wadsworth Improvement Project. The purpose of the zone change is to result in a zoning that more accurately reflects surrounding conditions and other nearby zoning designations, including the few properties to the north already zoned MUN. The current RC zoning is a legacy zone district which allows a limited range of commercial and office uses, but is limiting in terms of allowed uses, including retail. The MUN zone district is intended for commercial corridors and will allow uses more consistent with those found elsewhere on the corridor north of 45th Avenue. RC was originally designed for and is more often seen on small properties with adjacency to low-density residential uses, but is very limiting in terms of allowed land uses. For example, it prohibits upholstery shops, which is one of the owner's desired uses for the property. The MUN designation would allow more flexibility for a new user of the building and will provide standards for a potential future redevelopment of the site. The proposed MUN zoning allows residential uses, commercial uses, or a mix of the two. The MUN district is complementary to the context of the corridor and the surrounding zoning and land uses, and provides a wider range of allowed retail uses than the existing RC zoning. The development standards are similar to RC, with both zones allowing up to 50 feet for a commercial building. MUN also allows residential uses, but those are limited to 35 feet in height. This table summarizes the proposed zoning's development standards, most of which would apply if the property were redeveloped in the future. However, there are no plans to redevelop the property at this time. The design standards in MUN are strict and include architectural standards, open space requirements, setbacks, and parking requirements. As a requirement of the zone change process, a neighborhood meeting was held on February 9, 2022 in a virtual Zoom meeting setting. One person attended the meeting and did not have any concerns. Since Wheat Ridge is not a full-service city, we sent the application on referral to outside agencies, including fire, water, and sanitation, as well as completed an internal review. We did not receive concerns or objections from outside agencies. Before the hearing, the property was posted for 15 days and letters were sent to property owners and residents within a 600-foot radius. Comments collected on Wheat Ridge Speaks will be reviewed by the City Council. The Planning Commission recommended approval of the request on April 7, 2022. We use several criteria to evaluate zone change requests, which includes consistency with the comprehensive plan. Staff believes that the proposed MUN zoning is consistent with the policies and goals in the city's comprehensive plan. The property is located on the Wadsworth Corridor, which is a primary commercial corridor. This designation envisions a corridor with a broad mix of activities, including a mix of commercial and residential uses. A stated goal in the comp plan is to promote reinvestment in property. The zone change request supports the comp plan by enabling investment in the property and aligning the zoning with the city's mixed-use goals for the corridor. Ultimately, staff is recommending approval of the request for the following reasons. Based on the character and land use pattern on Wadsworth, the MUN zone district in this area is more appropriate than RC in terms of the allowed land uses. For that reason, the zone change should not have an adverse effect on the surrounding area. Staff finds the zone change to MUN is supported by the city's comprehensive plan, specifically the vision for Wadsworth Boulevard and reinvestment in aging commercial properties. This zone change request supports the comprehensive plan by enabling investment in the property and aligning the zoning with the city's mixed-use goals for the corridor. City Council is the final vote on this rezoning request. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.